All right, 13 minutes past the hour of 7 a.m. right here on Westnile Television. Today is Tuesday. You have to know that it is 11th of April 2023. My name is Denis. Welcome aboard. This is Kokoliriko show. It's a show that comes to every Monday through Friday. All right, I am here to give you every information that you need to know. As Westnile Sub-Region, we are ready to welcome President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni today in Arua City, as he will be touring different farms that we have been selected. And I will be mentioning for you some of the farms and also their owners, more especially those that have been selected to take part in this particular president's tour to the region. And allow me to get for you some of the list right there. Before that, dear viewer, you need to know that President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is expected to this region today, tomorrow, and also on Thursday, 13th, he will be in Obongi. And so this morning, the program will be starting right here at Arua Golf Ground. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni will be going to a farm in Nebi, will be also, jetting in Rhino Camp, and also he will end up visiting a farm that is here in Arua City, in Naivu East, that is around Ombashi, right there opposite. That is Abi Zadi, for your information. Then you will be able to join the leaders in the afternoon. Meanwhile, as President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni will be touring the farms that have been selected, the leaders across Western Sub-Region will converge here at Golf Ground for a public lecture. I call it a lecture because different ministries will be presenting papers on the issues to do with the developmental agenda, and some queries that will be asked right there by the leaders that will be here for this particular meeting. And so I will also be able to read for you the programs, how the whole program will be running right there, so that you get to understand what is going to take place right here in Arua. So you have to know that according to the list of the selected model farmers that I do have here, and I believe that this is the list that has been confirmed ready by the organizing committee. So list of selected model farmers in Westnile Sub-Region. You have to know that a Polar Mixed Farm belongs to Miss Grace Kermundu in Nebi district, and she is a model farmer in banana, cassava, fruits, cashew nuts, piggery, goats, non-fruit trees, and apiary. So these are some of the enterprises that have been selected by Miss Grace Kermundo right there in Nebi. So her farm will be visited by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni today, and Museveni will be starting by that farm that is in Nebi district at Kalwang, in a village that is called Oture, and Kalwang Parish, Nebi sub-county, Nebi district right there. And then President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni will be able to go to visit Mr. Obetia Moses farm in Madio Kolo district. He is a model farmer dealing in cows, piggeries, goats, sheep. And the farm is located 63 kilometers away from Arua City in Rhino Camp sub-county. The farm is situated in Oyu village, Nibi Parish, and Rhino Camp sub-county. So this is the second farm that will be visited by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. That will be around midday. And so this is something that you need to know. Then President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni will also be able to visit, that is a farm that is called Westnile Fruit Trees Planter Contacts, that is Pango Stephen, the model farmer in mangoes, orange teak, seedling in Pajulu Olev village. But I have been informed that this one has been cancelled because the farm belongs to a member of parliament, that is for Yumbe South, Honorable Odia York. And so after receiving complaints from the residents of Arua district, that is Avura, they said that this particular farmer is not a resident of Arua district. So they said it is not necessary for President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni to visit his farm. So because of that controversy, his farm will not be visited. This one of Westnile Fruit Trees Planter will not be visited. So President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni will be able now to go to Mr. Abayo Richard, who is a model farmer dealing in banana, avocado, mangoes, orange, piggery, and that is Afro forest system. And so it is something that you have to know. And so this is a farm that will be visited by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. So these are the farms, and so as Western Television, we shall be able to, cover the president's, visit very, 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 well, and we shall be able also to deploy journalists to different farms that will be visited by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni today, and then our team, the live team, will be right here at Golf Ground in Arua City, bringing for you the live feeds that will be coming right from Golf Ground. As I also will be giving analysis of the day on some of the issues that are going to be discussed, and also doing interviews by doing interviews with different leaders who will be right in attendance right here at Golf Ground. Let me give you how the program will run for today, day 1, 11th of April 2022. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni will be joining in the afternoon for your information. Tomorrow will be a public rally. The whole Wananchi are invited to take part in this rally. Today it is only meant for the selected leaders from different districts that we have in Western Sub-region. And so this is how the program is going to run. So day 1 is today. The first topic that will be handled will be the Parish development model, releases and implementation status in Western Sub-region, and this will be from 10 to 20 minutes past 10 a.m. and this will be presented by Honorable Raphael Magezi, who is the Minister of Local Government. He will be supported by the Galabuzi Denis Suzi, who is the head of Parish Development Model Secretariat, and the program will be moderated by Honorable Feta Geoffrey, a Member of Parliament for Aivu East Division in Arua City, right there. So after that, there will be also presentation on payment of military veterans, ex-servicemen in Western Sub-region. I am very interested in this because I have interest in this particular one, and I want to hear what could be the problem. And this will be presented by retired Brigadier Emmanuel Musinguzi, and will be supported by Mabonga Milton, and this program will be moderated by Honorable Oleru Huda, who is the State Minister for Defense and Veteran Affairs. And so this falls under her docket, and she will be able to do the needful in asking the relevant questions on behalf of the ex-servicemen and the retired military veterans that we do have right here in Western Sub-region. And so another one will be on investment opportunities and incentives for domestic investors in Western Sub-region. So we need to understand the investment opportunities that we have in Western Sub-region, and what are the incentives that government of the Republic of Uganda has for the business people that we have here in Westnile. And this will be presented by Robert Mukiza, who is the Director General of Uganda Investment Authority, and will be supported by Morrison Rakakamba, who is the chairperson Uganda Investment Authority, right there. And this program will be moderated by Evelyn Anite, who is the Minister of State for Investment in our country, Uganda. And so you also have to know that another topic that will be shared with the leaders who will be in attendance will be real economy in Western Sub-region. And so this will be presented by Matia Kasaija, who is the Minister of Finance, and will be supported by Dr. Ramadan Ngobi, who is the Permanent Secretary to the Treasury at the Ministry of Finance and Economic Development. And this will be moderated by Honorable Alione Yok Odria, who is the Member of Parliament for Aringa South. Another program that will be, topic of discussion will be the status of roads and implementation of infrastructure development in Westnile Sub-region, and this will be presented by General Katumba Wamala, who is the Minister for Works and Transport, and will be assisted by Ellen Kajina, who is the Executive Director, Uganda National Road Authority. Remember, 2 weeks ago, Executive Director, Uganda National Road Authority, Ms. Ellen Kajina, was right here in Western Sub-region, touring the whole region and inspecting the roads under Uganda National Road Authority. I think right now she has a very good picture of Western roads, and I am interested in getting to understand if we have the roads under Uganda National Road Authority, and why is it that the roads cannot be properly maintained. So I think Westnile people should get interested in understanding and following this particular program, and you will be able to get it from the horse's mouth. It will not be from Denis Oringi. And so you should get to understand this is a presidential tour and the programs that are in it here. And the issue of roads will be moderated by Honorable Obiga Mario Kania, who is the Minister of State for Urban Development. He will be able to ask the relevant questions in regards to road infrastructure that we have in our region, issues to do with infrastructure, because Ministry of Works and Transport is assigned to handle those issues of roads and transport in our country, Uganda. Status of Emyoogs in Westnile sub-region. Remember, before we went into the election, the issue of Emyoogs came up, and from 2021, people started benefiting from this particular program called Emyoogs, and President Museveni specifically is coming to understand whether these programs of the government is helping the people to get out of poverty. If not, I do not know what will happen to those who are in charge of these programs that the President of the Republic of Uganda, who is the fountain of honor, has been able to bless. So we shall also be able to get to understand where is the problem. Is it the problem with the technical people who have been put in charge of these particular programs, or the problems are with us, the beneficiaries of these programs that the government of the Republic of Uganda has decided to give us? And so the issue of Emyoogs will be presented by Honorable Aruna Cheyuneka Solo, who is Minister of State for Microfinance, Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development right there, and it will be supported by, that is John Peter Mujuni, who is the Chief Executive Officer, Microfinance Support Center of Uganda. This program on Emyoogs will be moderated by Honorable Osoro Maureen, who is a woman member of Parliament, Arua City, right there. And let's get to the issue of electricity, the status of electricity, connectivity in Western sub-region, and this particular topic, it is a topic of interest for the people of Westnile. And we do not know whether these will be, be able to answer the questions of electricity questions that Westnilers have been raising. Why is it the region is being delayed in as far as connecting it to the national grid is concerned? I have been told that we are already on, connected to the national grid. However, we are just on a 33 kV line, not 100 and 32 kV that are supposed to be connected to the substations that we have in the region. And we shall be able to get to understand why these two substations that we have in the region have not yet been connected on 132 kV line, like those that we have in Gulu, those we have in Kole. And more of these answers will be answered today, because the person in charge of energy in this country will be in attendance to present a paper. Who is this person? He is Honorable Ruth Nankabirwa Sentamu, who is the Minister for Energy and Minerals Development. She will be supported by Engineer Irene Pauline Batebe, who is the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Energy, right there. It's good that the Permanent Secretary is coming. Why is it is delay? Is it finance issue? If it is finance, then who is sitting on that finance? And why is it is hard for the government of the Republic of Uganda to give that money that is required for the completion of Nyagak 3 that we have in Zumbu district? Because according to the contractors, they say that government is supposed to fulfill its obligation of giving around 20 billion for the completion of Nyagak 3 power station that is under construction in Zumbu district, right that side of Paida, after Nyagak 1. And this matter of electricity will be moderated by Honorable Jackson Liatima, who is the Central Division Member of Parliament, and he has been one of those who have been taking a big responsibility in asking the questions of electricity and trying to get to understand to the bottom on the issues of electricity in our region, West Nile. Do not forget, it is an NRM government, and so it is important for NRM to take stock of their achievements. And so there will be highlights of NRM performance in Western sub-region. So whether we only see yellow t-shirts or we see real programs being implemented and benefiting people from the NRM. And so Honorable Richard Todwong will be right here to give us the performance of national resistance movement in Western Sub-region. Whether our people only benefit from the t-shirts that are being distributed, or there are other benefits that the people are really enjoying. Apart from the Emyoogs, apart from the Parish, the Fopen Bodu, what happens to other programs like Youth Livelihood, Bonabagagawale, the Hupulate, where a person joins Senior 5 and Senior 6 and the person studies for free. Is that still there? And then issues to do with electricity is one of the issues in the NRM manifesto. So Richard Todwong will be able to present for us the highlights of the NRM performance in regards to the implementation of manifesto of the ruling party, National Resistance Movement. And Richard Todwong, he is the Secretary General of the mighty party called National Resistance Movement. And he will be supported by Honorable Obua Hamson, who is the government chief whip of the Republic of Uganda at Parliament, right there. And this particular program of the NRM achievements here in Western Sub-region will be moderated by Honorable B. Kalauren Songa, who is also the Westnile Parliamentary Caucus chairperson. He is a member of parliament for Ora County in Zombo District. And remember, another topic for discussion and presentation is on Northern Uganda Social Action Fund, Dr. Deep, implementation status in Western Sub-region. And this will be presented by Dr. Lim Robert, who is the Executive Director NOSAF at the Office of the Prime Minister. And he will be supported by Honorable Hilary Onek, who is the Minister of Disaster Preparedness. And the program will be moderated by Honorable Kuyoshin Grace Freedom, who is the State Minister for Northern Uganda Rehabilitation. And so they are the people who understand NOSAF, Dr. Deep, and we shall be able to hear on the achievements of NOSAF, and also what are some of the challenges in regards to the implementation of these programs from the Office of the Prime Minister. And the names I have read here are names of those that I have had interface with them. And so I believe they will be able to give us promising results out of the implementation of these programs. Remember, it will not stop there. We shall also have status of education in Western Sub-region. A very nice topic right there. And this will be presented by Honorable Kadushu, who is the Minister of State for Primary Education, Honorable Dr. Moriko Joyce Kadushu. She will be the one presenting on this. And the beauty is that she hails from Westnile, from Moyo. And so she understands Westnile in terms of education. And so we are expecting a lot from her and hope from her. And this will be also supported by, that is the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Education and Sport, that is Kathy Lamaro, right there. And Honorable Avur Jane Pasheto, who is the woman member of parliament for Pakwash district, will be the one moderating this program. And so, dear viewer, you have to stay, you have to, stay tuned to the presentations that will be presented right there by different ministers. So let me tell you, the whole government of the Republic of Uganda is right here in Westnile in Arua. So there's no need for you to look elsewhere. What you have to do is get glued to Western television, as we shall be able to make the whole government of the Republic of Uganda explain to the people of West Nile when we are talking about development agenda, whether some of the unanswered questions that have been lingering in the minds of West Nilers will today be answered. And after the visit of the president, we shall have less questions to put before the government of the Republic of Uganda, because the whole government is here in Arua City, in West Nile. If the whole president is around, then who is that minister who would decide to stay in Kampala? All of them are here in Arua, including Right Honorable Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda, the fisherwoman right there, Right Honorable Robina Abanja. And you have to know that she has a paper to present today. And she will be presenting on the government intervention in West Nile, the projects that have become white elephants. We shall also be able to know why those projects are not benefiting the people, what could be the problem. The Right Honorable Robin Anabanja, the Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda, will be presenting a paper on this particular case. And you have to know that after she has presented paper on this, then it will be time for His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Somebody say retired, but I have to say that he's not tired. So General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency, with due respect, will be now speaking to the leaders, and these will be supported by that is the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, Her Excellency Jessica Alupo, retired Major, right there. And then that will be from 2 to 3:30 when the President of the Republic of Uganda will be speaking to the leaders that we have in Western region. And so, dear viewer, from the first topic of discussion up to the last, securing our future, you should not miss any, because all of the topics that have been written down will be followed, and we shall be served with what we have been waiting for, because the whole government is here in West Nile. As I did mention earlier on, if His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda is in your region, there's no minister who remains behind in Kampala. All of them drives towards the direction where the President is going to be. And I've been told that 600 million has been budgeted for mobilization to see that these 3 days event, that President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni will be in this region, come to end in a colorful way. And so this is what I have for you this morning in regards to presidential tour right here in West Nile sub-region. And you have to know that I do not know whether it is a coincidence that today marks, I think over 40 years that the planning for the overthrow of the son of the soil, that is none other than late Idi Amin Dada, who was the second president of the Republic of Uganda. And so I think the third, I beg to be corrected right there. And so he was overthrown, and so the people of West Nile cannot forget that moment. And today marks the 44 years that the former president of the Republic of Uganda, late Idi Amin Dada, was overthrown from the position that he had for some good years before. He was also hosted by those who planned for his exit from the State House of the Republic of Uganda, right there. 36 minutes past over 7 a.m. right here on Western Television. My name is Denis, and we are asking you, in our opinion poll question, for those who are following us live on YouTube, what are your expectations from the President's tour to the region? And drop your comments. We shall be able to sample them right there. And also something that you need to know here, that some people are really not well with the presentations that are going to be made, looking at the names. And they say that I think it will be the same ministry trying to present their own issues. So they are saying that questions might not be directed rightly because these are the same people working in the same ministry. They cannot ask themselves tough questions that could really open them up to the members of the public. And so this is something that members of the public are trying to critique in regards to this particular program, the names of the presenters, the moderators. So they expected neutral moderators to moderate the program, because looking at the names that have been allocated for these topics that are supposed to be presented, these are people working in the same ministry. And so they are trying to fear that a minister might not question his or her permanent secretary in regards to issues or the programs that they are implementing, and also in regards to our accountability. And so there's that fear from the leaders that things might not come out clearly, because it is like the household affair. And so when you belong to a household, you cannot ask questions to bring out the dirty linens out to the public. And so this is one of the fears of the leaders that we have in this region in regards to the presentations that are going to be made today here at Golf Ground in Arua City. And so we shall be able to get in touch with the whole program and bringing it to you live on your screen. So if you're not here in Arua City and you cannot make it here, or you have not been invited among the leaders who have been invited to attend this, then follow every conversations and discussions on your screen. Channel 477 Westnile Television on Star Times, and as well on our YouTube page, that is Westnile Television. Facebook and also Twitter handle, we shall be giving you every update of the events that will be taking place right here at Golf Ground in Arua. A ground that is not supposed to be for hosting President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Unfortunately, Arua City is not having a ceremonial ground. So they have turned a golf ground that is a little bit sloppy to become a ground for hosting President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. It's a very big challenge. And for your information, dear viewer, this morning I was really very, very excited. Yesterday night when I was going back home, and this morning when I was coming for work early in the morning, I found the streets that were dark in the past were all lighting, very, very nice. Is it because of the coming of the president? The Mango Road that was deserted, I did see for 2 days, grader is busy grading the road. And that is the beauty of the coming of the president. And wait, the street lights that were rectified will be put off as soon as the president leaves this region, which is quite unfortunate. And for these days, let me tell you, we have never had blackout and power rationing here in Western Sub-region. What a beautiful moment here in the region, that everything seems to be good. Nobody seems to be complaining of power blackout, load shedding. Nobody seems to be complaining of the streets are dark. Nobody seems to be complaining of armed robbers robbing the people, pickpocketers picking money from the pockets of the people, bag grabbers grabbing the bags of the women as they go back home. That means the security is rest assured. And this is the beauty of having the president. If I have the power, I would really allow everything to be normal as it is. Even if the president leaves tomorrow, we shall still remain in the same way. I am seeing things here. And so this is the beauty of living in a country called Uganda, where people are enjoying peace and tranquility that we do witness here in our country, Uganda. I am part of those who are enjoying the peace. And so I have reason also to boast around that there is peace that we need to enjoy. And the peace comes with the President of the Republic of Uganda. Good services come with the President of the Republic of Uganda. If he leaves, I do not know whether the busybodies that we are seeing will continue to be the same, or something will go back to the dogs that as it was before the pronouncement of the President's coming to this region. My question here is, for how long shall we pretend that things are well when things are not well? The street lights have been fixed just because the president is coming. And I believe the street lights will continue to light the city even if the president will leave this region. The roads that are being graded, I believe upgrades of the road will continue. And I am asking, where did you get that money from? The one that you're using to grade some of the roads that stayed here in the city for 3 years without being worked on. Those are some of the questions I asked this morning. And it has come to my notice that as a country, we are doing well. Only that there are some few saboteurs who are busy sabotaging government programs in this region. I love the busybodies that are moving up and down to make arrests because somebody has eaten Emyoogs. Where were you when the president did not say he's coming to the region? Why you are making arrests now? Where were you in making the arrest before even president coming to the region? So these are some of the issues that we don't take for granted. If you have been given opportunity to do something, do it even when the president is not coming. When you wait for the president to come, then it will want to paint the picture that you're a busy person, busy working. It's quite unfortunate. And I believe we shall change from that. I am praying that Museveni's coming to the region should really bring hope and relief to the people in this region, more especially in regards to fighting corruption. Because I have witnessed that we are losing a lot of billions of money to corruption, simply because those that have been entrusted with the offices are not doing the right thing. It's quite unfortunate. We only pray the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ will bring blessing and change of hearts to those who are busy looting from the poor. My name is Denis. Let's go for a break, and when we come back, we still have a lot for you this morning that you need to know.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
Get more for less on StarTimes this Easter season. Cartoon channel for best children entertainment. New global series. Local drama on Makula TV and football all around the world. Simply make weekly or monthly subscription and enjoy upgrade to the next bouquet. For classic or super bouquet customers, subscribe for a month and enjoy 5 days extra. Family time with StarTimes. StarTimes is regulated by UCC.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
We'll be back. Thank you very much for being with us and for us this morning. You are still watching Western Television. My name is Denis Oringi. All right, dear viewer, I need to let you know some of the chief accounting officers, that is the chief administrative officer, being dropped. According to the list that I have here, it is important that you should be able to know these accounting officers who have been dropped, and so over audit queries. So who are these people who have been dropped? I'm interested in Westnile sub-region. Do we have names from Westnile sub-region? But before that, we have to know that the undersecretary from the office of the Prime Minister, who is none other than Seremba Geoffrey, has been dropped as the undersecretary office of the Prime Minister. Is it because of the Karamoja Iron Sheet saga? I do not know. I will be able to get more information in regards to dropping this gentleman from the office of the Prime Minister right there. And you have to know that the permanent secretary or the secretary electoral commission, that is Leonard Mulekwa, has also been dropped. You have also to know that Semogerere Mugarura Robert, the Undersecretary Equal Opportunities Commission, he has been dropped because of audit queries. You have to know that David Livingstone Ebiru, who is the Executive Director, Uganda National Bureau of Standards, he has also been dropped. You have also know that Dr. James Elima, who is the Masaka Regional Referral Hospital Director, has also been dropped. You have to know that that is Watmon Benedicto, who is the Soroti Regional Referral Hospital Director. He has also been dropped. You have to know that Oloya Stephen, the Chief Administrative Officer, Agago District Local Government, he has also been dropped. You have to know that Bimbona Simon, the Chief Administrative Officer, Alep Tong, also has been dropped. You have to know that Patrick Olila, who is the Chief Administrative Officer, Amolata, has also been dropped. You have to know that George Adoko, the Chief Administrative Officer, Amuria, has also been dropped. You have to know that Geoffrey Okaka, who is the Chief Administrative Officer, Parish District, has also been dropped. Geoffrey Okaka was also in Nebi. I beg to be corrected. I think he was also in Nebi before taken to, that is a Parish. Nelson Kerenda, who is the Chief Administrative Officer, Bugweri District Local Government, he has also been dropped. You have to know that Martin Kisule, that is Nabanda Bujiri District Local Government Chief Administrative Officer, has also been dropped. You have also to know that Kurihira Godfrey Mutesira, who is the Chief Administrative Officer, Bukwe District Local Government, has also been dropped. The Acting Chief Administrative Officer, Bolisa District Area Magomba, has been dropped. You have to know that Joseph Balisnyaku, the District Administrative Officer, Busia District Local Government, dropped. You have to know that Lois Nambozo, the Acting Cow Butaleja, dropped. Kasim Katosi Nasibu, Acting Cow, that is Butebo, dropped. Godfrey Ogwangokelo, who is the Chief Administrative Officer, Boyende District Local Government, dropped. And then you also have to know that Isam Boge Dokolo Cow, he has been dropped. John Stephen Kasada, Acting Cow Kaberamaido, dropped. Matthias Ndifuna, that is Cow Kagadi, dropped. You have to know that Andrew Maweje Cow Kakumiro, dropped. Friday Kiomia, Acting Cow, that is Kalangala, he has also been dropped. From Westnile, I still have more names here. Let's start from, that is Northern Uganda, Kitgum. You have to know that Joel Musisi, Acting Cow Kitgum, dropped. In Kwania Opolot, Apoko Bernard has been dropped. As Cow, John Butengura, Chengegwa, dropped. As Cow, and then Shotera, we have Rogers Wayo, he has been dropped. Coming to Lamour District Local Government, Alex Felix Majeme, he has been dropped. So he has been dropped as the Chief Administrative Officer, that is Lamour Lira. That is Ben Paul Otim Ogwere, Kao Lira District Local Government, has been dropped. Then we have Madio Kolo, Ezaruku Casimiro, he has been dropped as the Kao, that is Madi Okolo right there. So people of Madi Okolo, this is a news that you need to know, that Ezaruk Casimiro has been dropped as the Chief Administrative Officer. Then Charles Kumakesh from Moroto District, he has been dropped. We still have more here. That is from Westnile. Let's see. We get to Pakwash. The Chief Administrative Officer Pakwash, Christopher Okumu, has been dropped as the Cow of Pakwash District. Pade Alex Shelimo has also been dropped. And so this is something that you need to know right there for you. Let's get to Gulu City, to Musime Isaiah. He has been dropped as the Acting Town Clerk, Gulu City, right there. Lira City, Gavo Kiwanoke Edward has also been dropped as the Acting Town Clerk. That is Lira City. Ambrose Oshen, Acting Town Clerk, that is Mbale City, dropped. Daniel Christopher Kawesi, who was here as the town clerk at Arua municipality. He was acting town clerk Soroti City. He has also been dropped. Also, this is something that you need to know right there, dear viewer. And so, do we have any from the municipality? We have a Parish municipality town clerk dropped, a Kamuli municipal town clerk dropped, a Kasese municipal town clerk that is dropped. And so, dear viewer, more names we shall be able to bring to your attention, all right, because we still have more names in regards to dropping of these particular chief administrative officers right there. And so, dear viewer, it is something that you have to know this morning. It is 53 minutes past the hour of 7 a.m. right here on Westnile Television. We still have more for you this morning that you need to know in regards to what is happening in our region and what is happening in our country, Uganda. And so I will be able to bring to your attention what you need to know this morning. Okay, let's get to what is hot cake in our country, Uganda. Is President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni heading to Westnile? As I did mention earlier on, that Museveni will be in the region for 3 days. I think this is going to be the first of its kind that President of the Republic of Uganda spending 3 days, that is in Western sub-region, having meetings with the different leaders and getting to understand what is the problem when it comes to fighting poverty. So he wants to hear from the leaders, where is the problem? Why is it our people still remain in poverty? You know, even when the government of the Republic of Uganda has brought in programs that are supposed to fight poverty in our region, in our country. So Museveni's visit to Westnile region, will it be able to address some of the issues that the people in Westnile they do have? And so you have to know that among the programs the president, you know, is popularizing Emyoogs and Parish development model. By the way, with the little interpretation and understanding that I have about Parish development model is already in place. This is what I need to tell you. The pillar of financial inclusion is the one of this money. That is one of the pillars of Parish development model. In actual sense, the idea of the Parish development model is to see that the parishes that we have in our country develop. In terms of infrastructure, we have district engineers in place. These are people who are supposed to supervise this. So district engineers, the district leaders should be able to plan and budget for now looking at the parishes that we do have. It's no longer now just planning for the district there, but the planning has to go to the parishes, because the data that are being used, the data are supposed to be got from the parishes that we do have. And so the data that are being, are being generated by the parish chiefs, these data are supposed to help in planning up to the parish level. And so if in the parish we don't have clean and safe drinking water, and then it is now up to the officers and the leaders to plan for those parishes so that the services go to the parishes. And so the aspect of the financial inclusion, the money we are talking about, the 100 million, it is the financial inclusion, which is one of the pillars of the parish development model. So meaning that the 100 million that is supposed to be in the parish is supposed to go to the poor household as one of the interventions in ensuring that the parishes that we do have develop. And the people who are in these parishes have money for themselves. They are able to take their children to school. They are able, to provide, a nutritious food, and life changes. That is the aspect of parish development model. And so we have people who are ready to do that work. And I do not understand why the district continue to ask for money that we don't have money. Now, you have really recruited parish chiefs. What are they doing? You have the district engineers. We have the sub-county chiefs. We have the, the production officers. We should now be talking about increasing more production officers who are supposed to extend the services down to the parish level. And so this aspect of parish development model, let us not only look at that pillar of financial inclusion. There are also other pillars that people have gone mute on. They don't want to talk about other pillars. There are around 7 pillars under parish development model. And so the pillar of the financial inclusion is what is really taking a center stage at this particular time, because there is money specifically for implementing the financial inclusion. And the people who are living in abject poverty, they are termed to be the poor households, are the ones supposed to benefit from the financial inclusion. There are 100 million that the government of the Republic of Uganda is sending to the parishes. And so let us not only focus on the financial inclusion. What about other services, the infrastructure services? Do we have these services at that is the parish level? Are the roads that we have at our parishes, are the roads okay? Are these roads being worked on? Are these roads only being worked on because the president is going to visit the other farmer who is in that parish? What is happening? So the planning should not only focus at that is the financial inclusion aspect. Let us also get to the issue of health, the issue of education. How many children are going to school? Do we have the government primary schools in these parishes? Are these government primary schools helping the people? Are the children going to school? If the children are not going to school, what is the problem? Let's start understanding our problems right from the parish level. And that is why the president is emphasizing the PDM, Parish Development Model. Let us have our mind focused at the parish level. Let us come out with, let us implement this model, these pillars in place. Once you have these pillars properly aligned and implemented by different leaders who are charged with the responsibility, let me tell you, we shall not be crying and lamenting the way we are lamenting. Unfortunately, this nice decision, nice model, seems to have fallen on deaf ears, and those who are trusted with the mandate to see that this PDM is properly implemented, they even don't understand the implementation of the parish development model. And so let us not only focus at that pillar of the financial inclusion, let us also look at other pillars, the mindset change pillars, the production, the value addition. So our farmers are producing. How are they adding value to what they have? Do we have factories? Do we have storage facilities? The marketing aspect. How are we helping the farmers in as far as marketing their produce is concerned right from the parish level? Do they have lorries that they can use for transporting their produce? Is there a market, or are there markets that is helping these farmers to sell their produce that they are producing? Because this is what we are talking about, the parish development model. So the parish development model is not that money. That money is one of the pillars of the PDM, the financial inclusion. And so we should not focus only on the financial inclusion. Let us get to understand the pillars that we have under parish development model. I do not work for Parish Development Model Secretariat at the National Coordination Office, but me, I am an ordinary person here in Arua, but I took time to get to understand, because I have interviewed different people. What I always get from them, I get different views in regards to PDM. So that means that the information itself has not yet been well conceived and also well interpreted by those that have been put in charge of the parish development model. And so PDM is a very good program. If we get to those pillars and we implement them, and different ministries get to understand their roles, and we talk about infrastructure, we have Minister of Works and Transport. What is the Minister of Works and Transport doing in as far as planning for these parishes? We have Minister of Health, Education. We have that pillar that goes to the Minister of Agriculture, Fishery and Animal Industry. What is that ministry doing in regards to the implementation of the parish development model? And so the pillars are well written. And so it's now up to the ministries to take charge of their pillars. Mindset change, we have Ministry of ICT and National Guidance. And what is the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance doing in regards to mindset change? Are there messages that are running on different media platforms? What is the ministry doing, in as far as mindset change is concerned? Because the information has to continue It would not need the President of the Republic of Uganda to come and talk about PDM, but if the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance was fully, involved in this, trust me, when the President will be coming, will just only come to celebrate successes of that is the PDM implementation. Unfortunately, the President is coming to ask questions in regards to the manner in which the program is being implemented. I expected the President to come and celebrate that finally our people are getting out of poverty, because there is 100 million that has been put in each and every parishes that we do have in our country in a financial year. So if the whole year, if in 1 year a parish has been given 100 million, trust me, whether the life of the people in that area will be the same. So if money is given, the roads are okay, the markets are in place, trust me, the factory is there, the lorries are there to transport this produce, then tell me that somebody will still be talking about poverty here. Unfortunately, we have not understood PDM into detail, and that is where the problem is. And trust me, presidents coming to the region will cost some people's job, more especially those who have been sleeping on their job. Let's go for a break, and we shall be able to come back with more for you. 4 minutes past hour over 8 a.m. right on Westnile Television. My name is Denis Oringi.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
Get more for less on Star Times this Easter season. Cartoon channel for best children entertainment. New global series. Local drama on Makula TV and football all around the world. Simply make weekly or monthly subscription and enjoy upgrade to the next bouquet. For classic or super bouquet customers, subscribe for a month and enjoy 5 days extra. Family time with Star Times. Star Times is regulated by UCC.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
All right, we'll be back. You're still watching Westnile Television. My name is Denis Oringi. I still have more for you this morning that you need to know. That 7 Makerere students arrested for talking to journalists. I mean, here. So yesterday, 7 Makerere students were arrested for holding what we call a press conference. But according to the university administration, they're saying that these 7 students have been arrested for holding illegal assembly, which is not needed at the university. And so that is quite unfortunate right there for the students of Makerere University in regards to their rights of holding public, for holding a press conference. So some people were asking, is that crime? In holding a press conference, what crime did these students commit in regards to this holding that is the press conference? And you have to know that those who have been arrested include Margaret Natabi and that is Suleiman Namwoza, who are the guild aspirants who were kicked out of the guild race last week by the Chairperson Electoral Commission over staging a presidential debate at Michelle Hall, known as Kimeza. That resulted into scuffle, which left one Robert Serjogi, a student from the College of Natural Sciences, hospitalized at University Hospital right there. So these students yesterday, when they called for a press conference, then the university administration had to, call on the police to arrest these students who were speaking to the journalists right there in Kampala. And so this is something, it's not different from what I got from one of the students who spoke to journalists the other time when that is Arua Technical Institute, Ragam, had a problem with the students. And I have been told that the year 1 students have been allowed to report back to the institute. Meanwhile, the year 2 students are still home and are waiting to be vetted before they report back to school. So this is something that you need to do. So I do not know whether it's a crime to speak to journalists, to tell journalists what is happening, more especially when administration is not going right. Is it a problem for me to say things are not nice here? Should you be expelled? More especially those who are studying in these institutions, more especially institutions belonging to government of the Republic of Uganda. And so that is something that you need to know right there in regards to what is happening at the national level, that is at Makerere University right there. And so you have to know that the police ICT director hands over to man he replaced. And so this is something that you need to know, that the Inspector General of Police, Martin Okotoshola, has removed the acting director of the police ICT directorate days after Parliament approves, that is 187 billion supplementary budget for the 3rd phase of the CCTV cameras project. And so you have to know that 187 billion has been approved by Parliament of the Republic of Uganda to be used by police for procuring CCTV cameras. The CCTV cameras we have in Arua working, because I've never seen a footage released in regards to maybe accidents and petty crimes that do take place right here in Arua city. Is it a problem of power? We need to understand from police whether the CCTV cameras are working, because I've never heard somebody arrested for misuse, or maybe for a crime committed after the person has been followed by, that is the CCTV camera footage right there. And so 187 billion has been approved by Parliament of the Republic of Uganda for police to procure, that is the CCTV cameras for their surveillance right there. So Yusuf Sewanyana, who has been the acting ICT director since 2021, has been replaced by Felix Biaromwasaki. Sewanyana had replaced, that is Biaromwasaki. The transfers comes days after Parliament approved the supplementary budget worth 187 billion. Is something that you need to know right there. The police source said the message from the police headquarters directed that is Sewanyana to hand over office to the incoming officer immediately. And so Sewanyana was the brain behind the police CCTV camera project, starting from the 1st phase during the time when Uganda hosted the Commonwealth, that is head of government meeting, to the recent one installed by a Chinese firm. And so this is something that you need to know. Now, in the 3rd phase, the police will procure more than, that is 5,000 CCTV cameras that will be installed in Kampala metropolitan area. So 5,000 CCTV cameras will only be installed in Kampala metropolitan area, for your information. And so last week there was a heated debate in Parliament as government sought a supplementary budget for the 3rd phase of CCTV cameras. Members of Parliament questioned the effectiveness of the CCTV cameras that the police had procured, claiming that many have broken down after a short time. But during the meeting between the police leadership and the members of Parliament on the Defence and Internal Affairs Committee, Sewanyana said the CCTV cameras on many roads were affected by dust, rain, power cuts, and constant cable cuts by construction companies. And so this is something that you need to know in regards to the CCTV cameras that we do have in our country, Uganda, in your area as well. I do not know the one in Arua, whether they're working. I need to find out from the police spokesperson for Westnile sub-region right here, Madam Superintendent of Police Josephine Angushia, as in regards to this particular issue of the CCTV cameras that have been installed in this particular city and also other towns that we do have in Western sub-region, whether they are working. There are some cameras that have been installed on the highways. I do not know whether they have been able to use the footage got from these highway CCTV cameras in fighting crimes that we do have right here. And I have to tell you that last week, some CID officers moved to extract the scene that the suspects who have been arrested claim that they were able to beat somebody badly and drop the person around that area. So and I was asking myself, so if we have the CCTV cameras should be able to reveal where the dead body has been put, because this suspect claimed that they were able to beat that person last year in December. And so last week police went to extract the scene from the other side of in between Ewuta and Odia Nyadri, So they claim that the person was buried around there, but police, all in vain, could not really get exactly the point where this person was buried. They ended up, exhuming, a dog that was buried, on the trench. And they thought that that was a human being, but later on the skull of a dog came out. And so I was asking myself, what is the use of the CCTV cameras? And so if we cannot really extract scenes of crimes using the CCTV cameras, why should we continue to procure more CCTV cameras? I always see police releasing only CCTV camera footage of the accidents taking place, but you find that no arrests have been made. Some people are good at grabbing bags, and you find that these people, they move away. They run off after maybe committing a crime, and they have never been arrested. And this reminds me of our own from Western Sub-Region, late Honorable Ibrahim Abriga, who was gunned down. That is in Kampala, and up to now, no arrest has been made, and it seems the government has not given statement in regards to who are the people who killed late Ibrahim Abriga. Have they been arrested? Up to now, it is still a silence. I do not know whether some of these cameras do work and support police in regards to investigation into matters to do with the crime in this region and also in this country called Westnile sub-region. 14 minutes past the hour of 8 a.m. right here on Western Television. We still have more for you right here on Western Television. Dear viewer, you have to know that residents have petitioned, that is President Museveni, over eviction by Kiradongo Sugar, that is in Masindi. This is something that you need to know, that according to Raminyindo, Kiradongo Sugar Company had allocated 8 square miles to the residents for agriculture, but the same company is destroying their crops and evicting them from the given land right there. So over 80 families now, who are living in Kinumu, Masindi district, have petitioned President Museveni, protesting the eviction of 3,000 residents from 8 square miles, which is part of 25 square miles of land currently occupied by Kiradongo Sugar for a sugar cane plantation right there. So we believe that this particular matter has reached the office of the president in regards to the land eviction that is taking place in Kiradongo, that is in Masindi district. So yeah, in this country, there are those who have money and there are those who do not have money. And in most cases, those who have a lot of money, they tend to deprive the poor people of life to live. You find that they are disturbing. And this is not only happening in Kiradongo, even right here in Arua City. I know of some families that their heads have been arrested, and up to now they have not been produced and released over land issue. And so issues to do with the land, I do not know how best we can handle land matters in our country, Uganda. People are blaming the judicial system, the judicial system in this country that favors only the rich people. And if you, as a poor person, you go and register a case of, you report a case of land eviction, or maybe a rich person wants to evict you, you are like just wasting your time, because at the end of it all, the case will be judged in favor of a rich person who has the money. And we have seen poor people losing their land simply because the judicial system in our country is corrupted, where the rich tend to connive with the officers who are supposed to support these persons in regards to, to protecting this poor person from the land that this person has really stayed and really produced all his children from. So it's quite unfortunate that we have a country where the rich seems to be more superior than the poor people. And you, as a poor person, you try to complain. What you receive is that you are arrested on top of your complaint, as it happened here in Arua City, where a family went to complain of trespass, and they ended up being arrested and taken to prison straight away. And so these are the issues that we have in our society. I do not know what we can really do. And the people who are doing this kind of act, these are people who pretend each and every Sunday and Friday that they are holy persons, pretend to be praying. I do not understand what kind of prayers they always make and whether God listens to their prayers. And somebody told me that it seems God listens to prayers of the rich, and the poor people seems not to be getting their answer from God whenever they pray. Because I see poor people continue to suffer, at the expenses of the rich people. And how can we bridge this particular gap? And this is the problem that we have in our society. I do not know what we can do to end this kind of injustices that are being practiced in our society. What a big injustice being practiced. The rich trying to deprive the poor people of their rights, of their property. And because this person is able to connive with some few officers here and there, provide for me the security, I want to take over Denis Oringe's land, I can arrest him on top of that. And we have people who have been arrested because they are trying to defend their land. And what do you have? At the end of it all, they will tell you, go and join the chicken thieves and the goat thieves that are really rotting in the government prisons that we do have, and those who continue to steal big monies from the government of the Republic of Uganda, meant for the vulnerable community, continue to drive luxurious cars. They, bought using the money that is supposed to be given for services for the poor people we have in the society. What we hear, the IGG tells them, can you refund the money? Just refunding the money alone. But a chicken thief has not been told to refund a chicken that he has stolen, or a goat that he has stolen. And this is how far we have gone with life in this country, with life in this world. There are those who steal petty things, rot in prison, and their work is to dig farms belonging to the rich people. And those who steal billions of money, they are told to refund as they continue to live a life that they need to live. I refer you to the IGG reports of the list of people who are supposed to refund money stolen from government, and they continue to coexist and to stay with us. They are not in prison. They are refunding this money while they continue to do businesses over businesses, while a chicken thief is right there in government prison. A person who reported for a land that is being evicted on is there in the prison because the person is competing with a rich person. And you as a poor person, what do you have? You have nothing. They tell you to give 10,000. Where can you get the money? A rich person who wants to take over your land brings 1 million to this officer who does not need money in this world. Who will refuse to pick this money? There are cases that have been judged, and up to now the judgment sheets have never been seen by those that have reported their cases to the judicial system in this country. During the IGG interface with the local people in Arua City, somebody did mention that our court system is rotten, and that is where the problem is when it comes to fighting corruption. And so what can we do? Because they say produce evidence, but sometimes it is hard to obtain evidence. You can have the evidence in your mind and you speak about it, but now your court will say, can you proceed beyond reasonable doubt? Those are kind of complicated English words that they will tell you. And we have been confused because of some language, and you find that somebody has stolen, somebody has killed, but the court will say, until proven guilty. And proof will take years and years. Some people have their land cases that have lasted for over 30 years, not resolved. And here they will tell you, please keep coming, while the rich person continues to use your land. You understand? The rich person will continue to construct on your land, but for you, they will keep telling you, come next week, come next month, come the other, next year. Then, when am I going to get justice? When am I going to get justice? And so, I think we have to go back to the drawing board, more especially those who went to school. And let me tell you, the world is being confused by those who claim to have gone to school, those who claim that they have studied enough. If the world was to be left in the hands of the poor people and those who never went to school, the world will be a very nice world to live in, because they understand. They understand. And so, where are we? We are here. My time will come, your time will come. At the end of it all, we shall go. But before we leave, let us live a happy life with the people. Let us coexist. It's quite unfortunate that the person that you have stayed with for over 50 years, 80 years, turn around, the grandchildren turn around to confuse the whole, coexistence that existed. And you find that this person wants, the grandchild wants to fight over a certain land. You are not there, my brother. You are not there, my sister. Why do you want to bring all this confusion? And so love for money should not really separate us. You understand? Let us not get too much into love of money. But the Bible tells us that love your neighbor as you love yourself. And there we coexist. You need one another. You might have everything, but when it comes on your turn, the money cannot help you. I witnessed one scenario where this gentleman claimed that he had money. And so when his father died, he came to the village. And whenever he could come to the village, he could not really, mix with the locals in that village. And so time came for digging the grave for the father. The youth in that village said, let the money that you have dig the grave. And no, we are not picking that money, and we don't want to be paid to dig the grave, but put the money there to dig the grave. And you know what happened? The young man had to apologize, and he knelt down to ask for forgiveness. That forgive me, I didn't know what I was doing. And so when the poor people have resisted and have said no, they mean it. You might have your money, but you'll never convince a poor person. If a poor person has really put it in his mind that you brag a lot with your money, let the money bury you, it becomes very hard for you. And so let us coexist. Even if Denis Oringi is not having money, but you need him one time. If so-and-so is not having money, you need him. He will help you, he will support you somewhere, that he will not need money to support you, to help you. But his uniqueness, what he has in him or in herself, will help you somewhere. As the saying goes in Alur, Gudi Girombungo, Nyoke Godi e God e Girombungo, and the Dano Rombo. And so, human beings meet, hills and mountains will never meet. And so if we have that in our mind each and every time, then we shall know the importance of staying together and appreciating one another, the uniqueness the person has. I cannot do everything, but I need somebody to do for me something. I am not a carpenter, and I cannot make a chair, but I need a carpenter to make for me a chair to sit on. And that is the uniqueness of life and talents that God has given us. And so we have to appreciate each and every person's uniqueness. Even if a person is a mad person, there's a way that a mad person can help. I like a drama acted by some Nigerians. And so, every person that you see alive is important. He or she is important as you are. And so take this clearly and mark it, that every person is important so long as the person lives. They are like trees, and the features that we have in our environment, all of them are important. You cannot say that the stone is not important, but you will need this stone to hit something that is not good coming to attack you. You need this stone to nail something. You need this stone, to put on something. They always say the stones that the builder rejected became a cornerstone. And so you might reject this poor person in your village, but remember, this person will become important one time, and you will need this person in life. So let us coexist. Let us not be confused by the system of administration, the judicial system bringing problem in our society. If we have problems, solve that problem at that level of the village, at that level of the clan. This issue of running to police, running to court will never help you. In other words, you will spend a lot of money. The money that you are giving to some individuals to develop in their area, why can't you use that money, put up something in that village? Some people are spending millions of money in court cases, but they're sleeping under a grass thatched house. But we have people who are building using their money. So let us be wise. These men, you see them here, they're there to make money, my dear. So they will continue to make money out of us. But we can survive without even running to this court system, so long as we understand that we are human persons, we are human beings. And that's what we have for you this morning, 3 minutes to 8:30 a.m. right here on Western Television. Okay, remember, we did ask you, what are your expectations from the president's tour to Westnile? Remember, Museveni is going to be in the region today. He will start from Nebi, visiting a farm in Kalawang, and he will be able to proceed to Rhino Camp also to visit a farm. We have a comment coming in from Awuza Fredox, who says that good morning. I don't think there's something special from him apart from the implementation of the PDM programs. Thank you very much, Awuza Fredox, for your comment. You have said you don't think that there is something special from his coming apart from the implementation of the PDM. Okay, thank you very much. Maybe if we have more, we can still have them right on the screen as I read to those who are catching us live from different parts of this country. Dear viewer, it is time that we also hear from you. Thank you very much, Awuza Fredox, for your comment. Thank you very much for following Westnile Television this morning. Bitunes City, good morning, Westnile. Thank you very much. Good morning, Bitunes City, for watching Westnile Television on YouTube. Do we have more? Do you have somebody who has dropped a comment right there? We will be able to sample as well. So, dear viewer, you have to know that 2 minutes to 8:30 a.m. right on Westnile Television, and today being Tuesday, 11th of April, 2020. 3. And my name is Denis Oringi. Allow me to appreciate very much my camera person, Dizon. Let me also appreciate very much my producer, that is producer Aldo Manano, for always making me look the way I look on the screen. And so I do not take this for granted, and I do appreciate very much. And also I do appreciate very much the management of Western Television for providing this kind of platform for the first of its kind in Western Sub-region. And so we also don't joke around with this. So, dear viewer, you have to know that I still have a lot to do later on in the day. Catch me during the type of live feeds that we shall be giving you from Golf Ground, as leaders will be meeting, and President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni meeting the leaders in the afternoon. And so I will be doing some interviews and also giving you the analysis of the day with these issues that are being discussed right there at Golf Ground as President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni meets the leaders right here in Arua City. All the leaders from Westnile, right from Ajimani up to Pakwash, they are converging right here. I've been told 150 per district will be coming for this particular meeting with the president here in Arua City. And so each district has been allocated 9 million. And so the leaders are supposed to be transported using that money. And then Arua City given 24 million. I think that will be for feeding tomorrow. So today, the State House has taken fully the welfare of the leaders who will be coming right here in terms of refreshment and feeding right there. Transport refund? No. Let me get out of the studio. Thank you very much, everyone, for being with me and also being with Westnile Television right from the time that we started, right up to this particular time that I'm getting out of the studio. Other programs will be following soon, but today we shall be bringing for you the live event coming in from Golf Ground as leaders meet with President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni from the region. So we do apologize. There are some of the programs that we used to have every Tuesday might be affected. We shall resume, with other programs of the television later on in the day after the meeting of the leaders with the President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. So stay tuned, continue following Western Television. We do appreciate you. And each and every time we do also apologize. Sometimes we might be having technical challenges right here. Our technical team is busy working around to see that they fix all the technical glitch or the glitches that we always experience for perfection, and we want to give you the best video quality and also audio quality as well, and also good quality in our programming. And that is why sometimes you might not really get us well on your screen. That means that the technical team is busy working on that particular technical matter to be handled right there. My name is Denis Oringi. Thank you very much. Allow me to say hi to those who are catching me live from Nebu before Aimu. Don Mungu bedu kare bigoku man umedrasu kare neno programa tungtung ma obe bedu kare mibino iri en ko wikuru wile ya wingom Yoweri Kaguta Museveni te yarua tin enero mo ko jiro tela urwo be bedu kare bido mo ko wak dano dul en to chal Western Television kare mo bedu ngo kare bitu yarua ni winji weche ma jawingom ibe bedu kare neno jawingom man ni winjo wecho mapare ni ay ko di Western Television tin rombo ko jiro tela mi Westnile rombo ne wechi ko sawa ngwen ndet sawa abungwen mo ci da par ka jibingo jawingom Yoweri Kaguta Museveni kine mi sawa abungwen tap e bedu kare mi wechi ko jiro tela mi Westnile ento ko gweno eni e bichi touche nebi e shido kan neno podu panyamego Grace Kermondo mawti kalwang e kayori ngendo e shigamshi pie iraino kam e neno podu pajadit obetia Moses maoti Rhino Kamkusha eka yori ngendu everybody ukare menano podho pajadit moko maoti yoro mbashi eka everybody ukare bino ni weshe kujoro tela jawingom yori kagota msawne obino bino pare Westnile otieni ng'iyo kinde ma program achalo Emyoogs Parish development model otieka ni woto kude ekane inwango Sunday nyotika ni tiyo kusene nenyo inwango ngo weju ene cheke obi wechire tin beri ikomtel ni outperi no itika na lobo ko program atongtong maobe shibiri ukara bikele irini ay kudewi yamo pa Western television manongo iberi ukara meneno lembe cheke manongo obe shibiri ukara betimere abiberi ukara minyutiri wiye pa lembe maobe shibiri ukara mi wechire rombo ma eni enoke kudi golf brown ruwa keni chalo Western television wati ayika ni kelu kidma program obe shibiri ukara wotu kule mungu beri ukara miguoku unama ber man omedra suka ni neno Western television Yesu Kristo share anda nwabet ku yu ni aya aloka biti mirakokoro itengemi kwa mwa mano bedo kwa mikisa ikom dano maotika ni kwa kugi pian kisa mbe chunyi yotongo wan chekwa dano chekwa otika ni kwa kasa wane ramode wabichwa kutermwa wabi woto ruwan mungu mediu mugisa urima ber
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.